こんにちは、eHoops です。マイケル・ジョーダンは誰もが知る史上最高峰のバスケットボールプレイヤーの一人です。最後の引退から20年近く経っていますが、彼のプレーは現代でも通用する参考になるスキルやテクニックが多く含まれています。ポール・ファブリッツがマイケル・ジョーダンのハーフスピンのプレーをもとにそれらの紹介・解説をしていますので見てみましょう。
What's up, guys? Today we're going to get better. Let's go to the court right now because I got a couple details of a Michael Jordan move I need you guys to really understand. Like a lot of you guys, after watching The Last Dance, I've been binging Michael Jordan content, looking at his moves. There's a couple little details that if you learn, I feel like can take your game to the next level. Let's go to the court and get started. Then he goes into his half spin, and this is the detail that I need you guys to pay attention to. So when he goes into that half spin, he jumps and he lands on 2 feet. Now that does two important things for him. When you jump into it and you land with the feet at the same exact time, he hasn't established a pivot foot. So he could shimmy and come back here, or he could have done a double shimmy and came back this way, right? So when you jump into it and you land feet at the same time, that's one of your major advantages. Now, there was one player, Kevin Garnett, he would pivot into his shimmy fade, so he would come here and hang the ball and then bring it to 2 hands and shimmy. A lot of refs will call a travel. At the NBA level, technically when you get it in one hand, it's not a pickup, so you wouldn't start counting until you get here or this hand turns under the ball. That's an official pickup. So I just want you guys to understand, technically at the high levels, you can do that and still get out because you're delaying the pickup. But at the lower levels, a lot of refs will mistake that as a travel. But what you can't mistake at a travel is when the feet hit at the same time, because now I haven't established a pivot foot.
ジャンプして両足で着地してピボットフットを固定しないやり方はスキルというよりもちょっとした工夫のようなものですが、このようなハーフスピンの時だけではなく多くのところで応用ができます。例えばクローズアウトシチュエーションでディフェンスを引きつけたプレイヤーからパスをもらうとき、少しジャンプしてキャッチすればどちらの足からでもドライブを仕掛けることができます。ただ癖づけないととっさの時にはなかなかできないと思いますので、例えばシュート練習の時などに意識するようにしてみてください。またポール・ファブリッツが言っている通り、審判の技量が高くない場合はピックアップをギリギリまで遅らせるとボールを保持したとみなされ、ピボットフットが固定されトラベリングを吹かれてしまう可能性があります。そのため自分が所属するリーグによっては先ほど述べた両足着地やカイリー・アービングがやるようなボールを一旦離すやり方をする必要があるかもしれません。ただ以前公開した多くの動画でも述べていますが、ピックアップをギリギリまで遅らせるスキル自体はとても汎用性が高く非常に強力です。パッドを上げるだけでもユーロステップ、ステップバック、切り返しからのシュートなど様々な場面で使うことができ、シンプルなムーブをそのまま必勝の技にまで高めることができます。ちょっと動画の趣旨から離れてしまい誠に恐縮ですが、ピックアップを遅らせるスキルは上のレベルに行けば行くほど必須とも言えるものなので、ぜひ練習するのをお勧めします。
Now, the next important detail is how far he pushes laterally. So a lot of you guys, when you go into this half spin, you do it here, right? And now you got to really rely on being shifty and getting out, but it's still going to be highly contested. Jordan pushes out with it. So he pushes here. You'll notice that his foot was by the 3-point line and he gets it all the way down to that logo. So by creating that much space, the defender really has to react, and then that opens up his ability to just shimmy this way and fade back to the other side. So keep in mind on this move, you do not have to stay in place. You can do what Jordan liked to do, and that's push into space and force a reaction. So he's here and he pushes into space there to get the defender rocking that way, and now he's coming right back around. Now another detail that a lot of people don't pay attention to is Jordan has the mobility to really sell this move. So we've talked about this a lot before with like an Allen Iverson crossover, but that hip internal rotation and that ankle mobility is super important. So you'll notice as he pushes into this, when he lands, he's landing in this wide stance. Now there's no way that I can sell the move and keep this knee completely straight and keep this foot flat on the ground. There's no way that I can really sell. You would be in a bad biomechanical position to then get out of this move. And so what all great players do when they sell this move is this inside knee drops. You'll notice he has a steep inward shin angle. Here's the key. You have to have the hip internal rotation for this to be a safe fluid motion. You have to have some ankle mobility to be able to get to the inside of that foot. But the most important part here is the skill aspect to it. So yeah, you need that mobility, but the skill aspect is being able to load this leg while this leg is in that position. So if I still have my weight loaded on this leg and then I get to that position, that's an ACL. And so what we have to be able to do is get our weight shifted towards this leg. This leg is supporting my body weight while this leg is selling. And then I'm not putting my body weight back onto this position until it's back in a good biomechanical position. And then the final detail that I want you to pay attention to is after he comes back around, you'll notice that he doesn't have the time to bring this foot all the way back around. That would give the defense extra time to recover on that. So you'll notice that he brings his foot back here, he'll square his toes to the sideline, and then he'll jump from there. He'll still get shoulder and elbow to the rim, and then he'll just fade a little bit, kick that foot for a counterbalance, and knock down that shot.